That's what I'm talking about. Facebook, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? It's Thursday and I look like shit. Oh my God. God, it's still light out. It's showing all the wrinkles. Ugh. That's why I keep my set dark so you can't see that. But guys, happy Thursday to you. Hopefully you're well. I just got off a 24-hour cerebellum throbbing experience that was never ending. I haven't even uploaded Tuesday's show. I haven't even uploaded Kurt's show. I was down. Then I got to remind myself, and this coincides with tonight's show, I got to remind myself every day, it's a job, Jer. I go to a job. And this is my dream here. This is what makes me happy. And I hope that you guys are following through on that and not allowing what you have to do in some way to affect your life. It did. It really, past couple of days, it's been so busy. But it all coincides with what I'm going to talk about. And this all popped up in my head. But I wrote these words a few days ago. I wanted to share them with you guys. We all came from love. And we all go back to love. A lot of people I've not written about, but read a lot about of past life experiences, like post-life. People have died and come back. They said it's the most amazing feeling of love they've ever felt when they, before they came back. But in between that ratio of being born and dying is life. And in between that facet of life is our experiences, and we are taught from day one to be something that we're not in a lot of ways. Our parents are trying to structure us, whatever our environment was. But to get to my point, and I'm going to say this is from Carl Jung, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. The hardest thing for people to realize, and it took me the longest time to realize, and to this day I still have to reiterate to myself, our own special uniqueness about ourselves. Our true, how should we say, and it's amazing, today is Happy National DNA Day. We all had this special blueprint. But the good thing about even DNA, it's all malleable. It's all changeable. We can change the foundation, literally the structure of our DNA in a good way and in a bad way. And dealing with the life stresses and all the experiences literally alter our DNA. And let me give you a quick definition. It contains genetic instructions for the growth, function, and reproduction of all known organisms and viruses. Hence, you don't catch a cold, meatball. You attract a cold. And whatever goes on in your life and whatever we endure. But what opens the door to that, how should we say, the shaping of our experiences through our DNA and our physicality is our perception of ourself. And how you think of yourself, that structure, that thinking structure, that foundation that you carry every day is what you're going to attract to yourself. So in between the being born and dying, those two loving experiences, literally loving experiences, we have life. And in between that is our choice to embrace our uniqueness. This is the hardest thing for people to grasp. I mean, for me too. I mean, I was a meatball for decades. I couldn't grasp the uniqueness that I had. We all have it. We all have our own DNA structure. We are unique from day one. Our fingerprint, everything is so unique. But yet, there's a bunch of sheeple everywhere, man. It boggles my mind, but yet I can relate because I was one of them. I was the one who always had to follow the herd until I realized Romans 12:2, do not conform to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Just thinking differently. And out of the quote box tonight, I'm going to get to that, and hopefully this kind of helps you guys because it'll alleviate all that need to be something when we just got to be yourself is what I'm trying to grasp at. That uniqueness, that wholeness, righteous living, that's living right-minded in Scripture. It's you choosing the right thoughts to fit your narrative of what you want to be. Because from that foundation is where you build a house. You build what's around you. You attract it all to you. This is the great thing. You don't got to chase anything anymore. that doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, it's not going to be right. Now the quote box tonight from Neil Donald Walsh. I loved his book, Conversations with God. If you guys can listen to the audible version, Ed Asner, the late Ed Asner, deep voice, narrated this book. It'll give you goosebumps, man. It'll really give you the insight on what was given to us. I don't like, Neil, how did you get this stuff, man? How did you get this information? But point being, it all made sense. And he mentioned in these words here, it's not about changing words to alter meanings. It's about changing perceptions to alter experiences. The first part is about faking it till you make it. And you can't fake it, because your perception, the mental image, the insight and wisdom you have about yourself creates your personality. This will give you guys some insight on what you're bringing to you in life. I had that experience today, what I was bringing to myself in life. I've been living the past 24, 36 hours, not only in pain, but attracting to me the craziest scenarios. I love it. And the last one made me laugh the hardest, because I'll get to that. But personality is your personal experience. And your constant thought, your constant feeling, your constant belief in yourself is what creates that personal reality from your personality, what you feel every day. So it's imperative. If you don't like your own company, if you really are not comfortable with your own company, you're not going to enjoy anybody else's company. And if somebody else comes in there, you're going to sabotage that company because you don't like your own company. These are people that are out there that are constantly angry and frustrated and all these things. They just don't like themselves. We're gifted with this beautiful array of thought that we can use every day. We are gifted with this uniqueness that nobody else has. But how we use it is completely up to us. How we are, the problem is we are installed with everybody else's program. And guys, it's for you to understand and realize, and this is what I say, be blessed. Yeah, be blessed with your own uniqueness, the person that you are. And if you act accordingly to that beautiful person, however it may be, who you are, you're going to attract the other side of you in all you do, in your situations and your circumstances and your events in life. I did it the past, like I said, 24 to 36 hours. I was attracting all the bullshit that I didn't want. All the stuff that would really drive people knucking futs. I think the pinnacle was when I finally got home today after the longest day. Past couple of days have been very long and very, very busy and very, very stressful, I say. But I had to reiterate to myself, Jer, it's a job. And I'm going to staple those words in my head when I go to work every day. It's a job. Indeed, do it. Give it 100%. Give it your all. But when it starts enrobing you, starts cloaking you with all the stress and the frustrations, it's going to start culminating in your life. How many of you can relate? You start bringing that shit home with you, and you start getting crazy, yelling at your plants and shit. But what happened today was, I mean, my neighbors must think I'm totally insane, but the pinnacle is I love to come home and I make the biggest meal. I don't really eat until I get home. I want to sit down, I want to relax, I want to eat. I'm not an eat on the run kind of guy. And I get home and I'm prepping all the huevos, eggs, that's eggs in Spanish. I'm prepping the eggs. I'm going to make this, I usually jack like a half dozen. I love them. Anybody who knows me know that I'm an egg freak. And I'm cracking them one hand. It's going to be a great night, and the eggs spill all over the floor. How many of you tried cleaning up liquid marbles? They're rolling everywhere. Eggs are the slimiest, most disgusting feeling in the world, but they taste so good. But point being is, I just start laughing hysterically, and I said, thank you for the wake-up call. I'll get back to earth where I belong by who I am and stop creating more shit like this in my life. Has that ever happened to you? Not with eggs there, meatball. I'm saying with things in general, where it was your epiphany for the day. It woke you up to say, stop. Just be yourself. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your life. Be the best you, and all good will come back to you. I'm going to read this quote for you guys one more time. And Carl Jung was so right on this. He said the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself. If you can accept yourself for who you are as a person, as a whole, as a unique structure that has the ability to create anything that you desire, you are blessed. We are all blessed, but those that embrace our uniqueness about who we are and are happy with it, can only attract from that the most amazing things. You're going to have bad days like I had. I mean, I can't tell you. No medicine can help. Nothing can help. But the warning signs of living in stress all the time, you start affecting your core DNA foundation. If anything you get out of this little short segment tonight for America's Mentor, understand and realize, first off, it's just a job. But second off is the amount of time you spend in stress, and it marinates in your soul for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are affecting the very fabric of your being, your physical being, your DNA structure. Therefore, you're breaking down all the components, your immune system and everything else. So keep that thought in mind if you're having a bad day. Indeed, it was a bad day, but then it's not a bad life. Get back on your feet. Remember, it's just a job, or it's just this, or it's just that. It's not affecting me emotionally. These are the words I got to tell myself because I care so much about what I do and how I do it with everything. I have shows on this all the time in America's Mentor. I always give 1,000%. I never put one toe in the pool. I'm in the pool. I'm on the float, man. I'm doing whatever. That's just the person that I am. That's type A to the third power in everything I do with passion, because I know that karmic effect in life is going to come back to me because I really like what I do. But in essence, this is my dream. This is my life. This is what I come home to. But when you guys embrace your uniqueness, you're going to realize the true power that you have. You'll start conquering all the obstacles with ease because you know you can. It's just about building confidence in yourself. It's not about changing words to alter meanings, but changing perceptions that will change your experiences. You change your perception about yourself, you start feeling better about yourself, you start changing the world around yourself. And for me, having that epiphany and realizing that many moons ago changed me in so many ways, because I realized what I was attracting. And you start understanding what you're attracting, like events today, silly little things like eggs falling on the floor. It really wakes you the hell up because you're saying, wait, Meatball, you're creating all these frustrating moments and time delaying moments from what you truly want to do. This is for something for you guys to think about. What you think about indeed will bring about, but what you feel about, most importantly, yourself, you're going to manifest in your life. And it can be good and or bad. So I'll say it to you guys one more time. But changing perceptions to alter experience. When you change your perception about yourself, everything around you is going to change because you're going to see things in a different way. So guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to get some tea, man, and get this voice back in order. Guys, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on X. Guys, follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, for unique information to help you to your destination. Let this little PSA remind you guys, everything we do every day is going to create the next step. So if you're living in stress and you're living in anger, you're living in sadness, all these things which are temporary situations, but you're prolonging them, you're affecting the very fiber of your physical being by doing that. If that'll help you realize and get your shit together, then you've accomplished it, because it'll wake you up saying, wait, I've already paid the price. I'm hurting myself by living in what has happened. It happened. It's gone. Let it go. Find your happy place of thought. Find your happy place in being. Find your happy place in being the true uniqueness that you are, and you're going to create the most amazing thing, guys. So happy Thursday to you. I'll see you guys soon, man.